It's minicamp and OTA season, and today we're looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers, getting another look at Will Howard. We're going to watch him toss the rock around and everything else. Before we begin, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're looking at practice, OTAs Minicamp, soon to be training camp, also rookie camp, workouts in between, interviews, whatever it is. You want to keep up with your rookies right here. Guys on your team, right here. Quarterback battles. Guys you're drafting on your fantasy team here soon. You want to know if they're hurt, if they're bouncing back, whatever it is. It's right here. Click that button. Stop missing out. We're looking at Will Howard today. And we heard the news. We know the news. Aaron Rodgers is coming back. So we may not get as much on Will Howard as before. But Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers. And older prospect. These quarterbacks could get banged up. Will Howard might be stepping in somewhere down the line. And maybe it's 2026. But as we got these clips here from these recent practices and beyond, we might as well look at them. Will Howard here. There we go. A prospect who transferred to Ohio State was able to beat out some quarterbacks there. They had some 5-stars there too, young 5-stars. Was able to run the offense and win the natty. That's something to be said. So we also showed you that he can go to a different team and produce. Go to a different team and drive the car. That's what he can tell you. So this is a smart quarterback. This is a quarterback that could develop quickly. This is a quarterback, when you look at the attrition at the quarterback position, you're also looking at Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers, so you're thinking about him, and you're like, man, maybe he's rusty. Maybe it's not looking so good. He's good enough to win you some games. He's good enough to do that for you. He's good enough to win you some games. That's the thing about that. He's good enough to win you more games than expected prior. Potentially, I guess. And if that happens, you might be down the line more when it comes to drafting. And you might be out of range for next year's quarterbacks. That's the thing about that. And Will Howard might have to step up down the line, especially if they go another year with Aaron Rodgers. That could potentially happen, or maybe not. Will Howard, though, is a prospect behind the scenes that could develop into a solid backup. One thing that was noted, and it's not like it's more like characteristics of how he holds himself, maybe not style of play. But once you get the Steelers helmet on, you look at his neck, he's kind of got like a Big Ben look to him. Not a player comparison, but kind of like a characteristic of like how he looks in the Steelers uniform. Just like, kind of like here and up. That's what's been noted. That's what I've seen as well. Again, not the most smoothest mover in the pocket, but a guy that can run an offense. A smart student. Guy that transitions quickly. That if you need to use him in a pinch, it's going to keep you afloat, hopefully. But considering the price, odds, man, 27 dropped that guy. We're in the rain, though. It's wet out there. Aaron Rodgers comes back. First practice is on Tuesday. Rodgers is expecting to address the media on Tuesday. Don't know if there'll be anything of him coming to the facility today. We're going to pay attention to that. Probably by the time you watch this, you'll know. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the practices this week. Minicamp. Minicamp is 3 practices. OTAs just wrapped up, and then they go straight to minicamp the next week, which is weird. They might as well just call it all the same thing. But it's different, too. It's more mandatory. However, you're looking at Aaron Rodgers coming to this team. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? I am just staying open until he gets there, and I want to see from how he looks. I want to see how he looks. I don't know how much Father Time is going to impact him. Don't know if that's even going to be a thing. But I can definitely tell you that more than likely it should be like an improvement of what you got right now. You're looking at Will Howard, though. I do not know how many clips we're going to get in minicamp with him. He should be with Rodgers in a lot of clips at least, but he's not going to be as much of a focal point. So we'll see more of him in training camp too. That one might have been a little bit low. I was talking. We'll see more in training camp too, of course. But it's going to be the Aaron Rodgers show. The show when it comes to the clips. I will have the Aaron Rodgers clips. If they're out tomorrow, even if it's one, I will make the video. I will have that out there. I may even have to do the pressers and go over that. I'm looking at Will Howard, though. This is a quarterback prospect that if he gets his opportunity, could surprise you. I think he can be a solid backup in the league. I really think he can be a solid backup quarterback in the league. That's the thing about him. I think he can be a solid backup that where if he has to spot start, could keep you afloat. Now, if you're looking for quarterbacks as backups that can win you more than half the games, you're looking at a starter, really. You're looking at a guy that should be starting. That's the thing about that. There's not many backups. There's honestly not 32 true starters in the NFL. There's not. If you look around the league, there's not 32 true starters. That's the toughest position in sports. If you look at a backup quarterback and you got him locked in to win you 10 games, that's one of the few backup quarterbacks. And honestly, he could start somewhere and be very productive in the right spots. That's the thing about that. But I think he can hold it down for you. I think he can hold it down even while he's developing. I think he's got some promise. I think he's a good guy to have on the back end of your depth chart. I think he's going to learn the system. I think he's a hard worker. I think he's a guy that develops rapidly. I think the arm talent is there. Not immaculate or anything, but between the ears is what we're looking at. Between the ears, Will Howard has it. And the thing is, Will Howard's here to compete. And we got Aaron Rodgers, but again, that's a quarterback to learn from. You got to watch from afar and learn, kind of, because it's not like he's going to take you under his shoulder, under his wing, and teach you all the ropes. But Aaron Rodgers coming in, just having that veteran there to really get him attuned to the league, even though you're going to have to watch from afar a little bit. I mean, that's how he had to learn, too, with Brett Favre from accounts. But the thing about this, you're looking at Will Howard, you don't have expectations other than to learn. That's the thing. If he gets his moment this year for a late round rookie, I think you might be surprised a bit. You do have DK Metcalf. That's going to give you a different look. You're deeper at the running back position. You got Younger there. You got some good talent there. You're looking solid. Roman Wilson could take a step forward. One of the other wide receivers could take a step forward. That's something to look at. Will Howard, national championship under his belt. Smart player. Should learn the system rapidly. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.